Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Sky Lounge podcast, episode number 350, 23rd season player in the Hotpot land, America! That's right, boys and girls. It's a fun day today. June 21st, 2021 marks the 23rd anniversary of me coming into the United States. Yeah, June 21st, 1998. That shit was 23 years ago! I was a little 6-year-old boy. Now I'm a 29-year-old asshole. Talking about his past and reminiscing and, I don't know, extrapolating over analysis and shit. I don't know. That's what we do now here on the podcast, right? But it's curious, boys and girls, coming to this hot pot land when I was 6. I couldn't understand why I was coming here. I didn't understand the context of, the reason we're leaving, the reason we have to do all this shit. But as a 6-year-old kid, you're saying goodbye to your homeland. You're saying goodbye to your family. I mean, all my extended family, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, all of them who, I spent all my life with. And it was a horrifying thought. I still remember that feeling of dreading getting on the plane and never seeing them again. And I recall just crying. Getting on the plane, in the plane, and just tuckering myself out from crying. And then, lo and behold, a couple hours later, about 14 plus fucking hours later, you're in LAX, Los Angeles, California, United States of America. And ever since then, your boy has been here for 23 years. And, in the sports ball sense, it's almost like a restricted free agent. You can leave, but you can never come back. But yeah, here in the fucking country. And it's curious because, when you're younger and you come from a place where it's just all, one, ethnic group of people all throughout, it's a fucking culture shock. It is a horrifying fucking thing for a kid to experience that shit. But at the same time, it's eye-opening. It makes you grow, all that shit. But yeah, when you're 6 and you see like a white person or a black person or a Hispanic person for the first time, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? And that's not racism, motherfucker. It's just I was in a country with only fucking Koreans. You understand that shit? It's wild. So, I recall all these little things, getting in LAX, going down that fucking long-ass tube after you get off the plane. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, kids. If you ever go to LAX, that long motherfucking tube after you get off the plane, you gotta fucking keep walking and walking and walking and walking. And we get out and just see just cars hustling and bustling. And that's how we start our life in this country. Confused. A little bit overpressure at times, just because my mother and I, we were so used to one place in Korea where everything is there, our language or our people, it's all fucking there, easy, convenient shit. But here we were in a foreign land where, yes, the strangeness of this place wasn't exotic. When you're a kid, when you're told that this is going to be your new home, it's fucking horrifying. It's a scary notion, but time flies by, right? Where the first few weeks feel like an eternity, right? Even as a kid, and then just slowly keeps going time, and next thing you know, I'm in the 2nd grade at Tulsa Elementary School, and then saying the first, I suppose conjunction sentence, right? Because the word because it's kind of a function of conjunction, right? But I remember using that word for the first time, the word because for the first time in 2nd grade. I remember all those audio tapes I used to listen to from Korea, and even including in the United States, where I just listened to these English comprehension, these little scenario, cassette tapes to try to learn English faster and better. But it took time, and time is just one of those curious things where, in that moment, just seems like an infinite, time non-existent plane of reality. But you look back on this shit where I'm talking about events from 20 years ago that are now just blips, and they're little dots of memory and experiences. And it's crazy because all these things form and accumulate to who you are now, and will continue, to the future, which is so wild, man. Because I, again, would have never, when I was a kid, considered this place home, right? But now I sit here at the age of 29 after being inundated in American education for decades and living in this country for decades. It's just home. Yes, of course, South Korea is still my motherland. It's still my homeland. It's still the birthplace of myself and my forefathers. Of course, I'm not going to deny that, but my heart belongs in the United States. Curious, because it's one of these countries where, public opinion always has something interesting to say, right? And the kind of dichotomy that you see within opinions is it's pretty wild at times. Pretty wild. You got these people, certain individuals, groups of individuals in this country always saying, "Oh, this country is the fucking worst. It needs to be divvied up in all this shit. This country is just the absolute fucking worst. Or this country is the absolute best. We should spread our influences everywhere." Like, oh, there's a balance, dude. There's a balance. This country, the United States of America, is great because it really promotes this idea of freedom. Now, of course, we've gone on long tangents, very long tangents about how, big pharma, big business corporations, government, and then you also have the added bonus of mass media just completely brainwashing the fuck out of everything and really skewering every sort of narrative to the point where you think you have freedom, but you're actually a slave. So it's a very, very interesting part to observe in this country. Yet you are free to express yourself. That freedom of speech, which is so damn important that people often forget. There's so many countries out in the world that don't got that shit. You can't just fucking say willy-nilly. I can't say cunt. Can't say fuck. I can't say titties. I can't say ass. Can't say cum guzzler. Because that would get you fucking arrested or some shit. I don't know. It's wild, man. In this country, censorship, it's wrong. And I love it. I fucking love it. But again, when you're a kid, you never realize that shit. You're not fucking deep enough when you're 6. And growing up, you don't think about that shit. But again, now, sitting here now at 29, yeah, feels pretty damn good. I feel pretty damn blessed that I grew up in this kind of controlled anarchy of a country, in that sense, where you just fucking pick shit up, right? So many different cultures. Like, what do you call it, the Hotpot land? Because there's so many fucking different people and places. That's why this country's so fucking beautiful. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, boys and girls. You know what the weather's like here right now? It's like 110. When I wake up, it's a fucking 90 degrees goddamn morning. But guess what? You go like maybe 600 miles west, you got beautiful fucking beaches and bitches in LA, SoCal, where I used to live for about 6 years. But let me put another fucking example. Damn, you fucking fly up a couple thousand fucking miles Pacific Northwest, and damn, nice and cool weather in the Seattle area. Yeah, Seattle, Washington, baby. And of course, I've only gone as far as Atlanta, Georgia East, which, we really got to change that narrative a little bit. But my point being, this country is so vast, so different and so full of variety that you can't help but feel in love with it. I don't know about you folks, but the prospect of potentially going to new places within this country just always excites me. Always. And there's a few places I know for sure I still have to go. I would say my plan maybe within the next 2 to 5 years, I definitely want to hit up Cleveland, Ohio, Helena, Montana, Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know about Alabama, but definitely San Antonio, Texas. I've been to Dallas and Arlington, but definitely want to check out San Antonio. There's so many fucking more places I want to go, and it just speaks to the volume of how vast this country is, how amazing this country really is. But again, you got people who just can't be appreciative of the fucking land that we got, because did you know South Korea is really fucking small? Trying to own land is a fucking bitch over there. It's also a bitch who's got this goddamn fur on my fucking eye, which got that shit out. But the shit that I can't get out is my love for this goddamn country, man. I might have some disagreements with, current administrations, current economic ecosystem of how this country works. I generally don't fucking agree with any sort of mass communication, mass media shit. I think it's absolutely just brainwashing and mind-numbing zombie shit, which, it's all part of this country's, whole. You can't just call it good and evil. It's the whole of this country. It's what it is. That's the truth. But within that sort of cynical, disgusting, oozing shit that exists in this country, there's beauty here. And people fucking forget it. It's within nature. It's within people. It's within places where people fucking make. Awesome. That's why I love traveling, man. Yeah, next year I'm probably going to hit up new places again. Definitely some solo adventures if I can. And man, I definitely want to go to Cleveland and Nashville. Those are two places I fucking definitely want to hit up. Helena too. Also Anchorage, Alaska. Because I know that place is just nice and barren, peaceful. And, the older I get, I'm realizing that I'd rather be in less metropolitan areas. And when I was younger, I would have loved to go to New York. That was on the fucking priority number one list for me, and places to visit. Philadelphia, Boston. I mean, I would still love to go to Boston. That's still one of those places I would go, but not too much metropolis, I guess, right? But growing older now. I mean, I'm not an old man. I'm fucking 29, but I'd rather go to places where it's just nice open prairie. Somewhere like a fucking South Dakota, maybe a fucking Vermont or Maine or something, and just enjoy the views. Take some nature walks. Enjoy the food. Converse with people. See what the fucking city and places have to offer. Because again, man, this country is amazing. And yes, it's riddled with grimy shit. I'm not denying that, but be appreciative of how great this country is, kids, because you could be a fucking slumville dog shit peasant somewhere. Seriously. You could be in the fucking dumps. So be grateful, kids. Be grateful. And the one thing I am very grateful for, kids, being a 23rd season player in this Hotpot land, a restricted free agent, if you will, is sports ball. You know I love me some sports ball, kids. Goddamn! I make it my fucking podcast thing where, I knock shit down like an asshole, like I just did with this Kobe Bryant book, which I'm going to try to balance out here again. But love me some sports ball, kids, and I got to talk about my Vegas Golden Knights, because they did something pretty damn solid in Game 4, which, okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. Chris Lee fucking sucks. Okay, the refereeing, the officiating has been absolutely dog shit for Games 3 and 4. Yes, the Canadiens actually won Game 3. The Montreal Canadiens lost Game 4, but the NHL has to do something about the officiating. It's absolute dog shit. The inconsistency, the blatant non-calls, especially from a Vegas fan that can honestly say there's too much favoring of non-calls in Vegas' favor, which fixed that shit up. Why? But Vegas is getting the benefit. I don't care. I want to win fair and square, bitch. I don't want to fucking win by, getting the refs help. They're going to suck our dicks. I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck them. Play by the rules and play fair. That's all I ask. But Chris Lee certainly doesn't know how to do that shit. I hope Gary Bettman or some asshole over there in the NHL figures some shit out because, not great. Not a great fucking look. But what was a great look was the Vegas Golden Knights getting a win in overtime, Game 4 in Montreal, Bell Center. And this game was kind of ugly, honestly. The first 2 periods, it never felt as though Vegas had their game going. And it's a huge testament and kudos to Montreal. They were suffocating the Vegas Golden Knights all throughout those first 2 periods. And I was worried. Because as soon as Paul Byron scores the first goal in the second period, I thought, fuck, here we go again. I don't know if these motherfuckers have any sort of energy, nor fight, nor balls to claw back, or like what the fuck is going on. Because the first 2 periods, like the biggest indicator was you couldn't get shit out of the neutral zone and you could barely get shots off. It was bad. Some of the shots the Vegas Golden Knights were getting off, they were easy saves for Carey Price. Just rookie mode shit. But on the other hand, whilst Vegas is just completely inept on offense and a little bit sloppy on defense, Robin Lehner was amazing. Panda Bear was the one fucking thing I couldn't shit on. Even though that Paul Byron goal went, and I thought, yeah, but what have we been doing on offense? We're barely generating shots. We're barely getting out of the neutral zone. We're barely setting up shots in the O zone. And again, we are getting suffocated by the Canadiens. But Robin Lehner was brilliant. Brilliant. He was honestly my 1 star of the game. That's how I look at it. I know people are going to say, Nick Roy, Braden McNabb. No! It was Robin Lehner. And I hate those fucking moron Vegas fans who keep telling me that, not me specifically, but out into the fucking sphere of social media and all this shit. Robin Lehner sucks. You gotta put Fleury back in. He allows 7 goals. So you're gonna use that one fucking game against the Colorado Avalanche when you just started that series in game 1? You're gonna use that fucking game against them? So let's put that fucking game in context. Because I know all you dumb assholes keep telling me that, Robin Lehner is the worst. He allowed 7 goals. This is gonna be the worst fucking thing if you put him in. So the Vegas Golden Knights, in the series before that in round 1, blew a 3-1 series lead to the Minnesota Wild, which, kudos to the Minnesota Wild. They were great. But you go ahead, host Game 7 at home, you win Game 7 at home, and then about a day and a half later, you have to fly to Denver, Colorado, Mile High City, motherfucker, and play hockey. And you let Robin Lehner get in there because I'm sure Fleury was tired. He needed a break after 7 straight fucking games of just getting ass pounded sometimes, right? So you put Robin in there. And when you watch that game 1 and Robin allowing 7 goals, were a lot of them Robin's fault? No. Some of them were, though. I'll admit to that. But the vast majority of that game, nobody fucking showed up. Nobody showed out. Robin Lehner was a fucking scapegoat. He was the sacrificial lamb. He was the fucking card we were going to throw away to fucking summon Blue Eyes White Dragon in Game 3. Because we lost 2 straight games to the Colorado Avalanche. And then boom! 4 straight fucking wins. Blue Eyes White Dragon style, bitch. But you're using that game against Robin Lehner. Are you fucking retarded? Huh? Are you fucking retarded? Because if you think Robin Lehner's a bad goaltender, you might actually be retarded. I don't know. Get your head checked, son. But the great thing about Robin Lehner was he just kept his composure all throughout this game. And I'm pretty sure he kept his composure after Game 1. Good God, man. What normal fucking goalie or a normal fucking person gets put in that situation and you're the sacrifice, then you come back, happy smiles, let's fucking go, after Fleury just, had two really games. I mean, that game 3, fucking horrible. Horrible the way you lost it, Fleury. So, I totally understood going with Robin Lehner. After 2 fucking straight losses, you have to do something new. Otherwise, you were going to be down 3-1 if you started Fleury. Straight up. There is no fucking denying that shit for me. I love Flower, but when he has his hiccups and you let him continue, you will choke yourself out. So, thank fucking Christ that we have the Jennings duo that we could flip shit around. Just like that. And bam! Robin Lehner doing the deed, even though Paul Byron gets that goal. But the third period rolls around, and Vegas finally starts to do shit. They wake the fuck up and say, oh, we got a hockey game to play. We're in the semifinal. Let's go. So Braden McNabb gets a goal on a shot that I felt was so soft for Carey Price. Like, Carey Price doesn't miss a save like that. He doesn't. But this time he did. And I was kind of shocked. Like, did Carey Price just let that goal in? Like, Carey Price? Montreal Canadiens goaltender Carey Price? Okay. And from that moment on, I felt, maybe Carey's confidence is shaken. Let's try to finish this up in regulation. But the boys had other ideas. This goes into overtime. I get nervous, but Nick Roy said, don't worry, Chief. We got this shit. And he did. Good goal by Nicholas Roy. Backhander fucking flip right in the net. And what a goal to win the game and tie the series 2-2. Again, if you lost this game, you would have been down 3-1. And you were going to probably lose in 5 or 6. Straight up. But now, you're going back home for game 5. And honestly, I tell you, start Robin Lehner. Start Robin Lehner. 27 saves on 28 shots, 964 save percentage. I mean, he was a solid presence in the back there. And with a full capacity arena in the Fortress T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, boy, oh boy. Panda will get some standing ovation for some outstanding saves that I know he is very capable of, which you dumb motherfuckers just tend to forget all the goddamn time. But within Montreal's, I would think, and a lot of people would say one of their best games, got completely wiped the fuck out by Lehner. You probably should start Robin Lehner the next game. And you already know, I mean, Montreal has no other fucking choice than to put Carey Price in there. I love me some Carey Price, I do, but I don't think this was his best game. Yeah, not the 2 goals. I'm just saying, like, he wasn't tested as much. There wasn't really a lot of challenges for him, so maybe he took it a little easy at the end. But 19 saves on 21 shots, 905 save percentage. I mean, the save percentage and numbers for Carey Price is outstanding. It's just outstanding. You can't really say much more than that, but it just never felt like it was his game yesterday in game 4. And honestly, yeah, the officiating is dog shit, but a win is a win is a win. I know it's a bummer to say that shit, and I know salty ass bitches are gonna say rigged, but I don't give a fuck. We won. Move on. Do better. That's all it is, man. Again, Panda was amazing. Hey, Vegas, they got that shit rigged. How do you account for Robin Lehner, jackass? So fucking dumb. But hockey got my fucking chup hard. Felt good. Felt good to fucking win that game yesterday and tie the series. But what also felt good is news trickling down from the NBA to announce some conference finals matchups. And kids, as a basketball fan, I would just like to say, the Brooklyn Nets are fucking eliminated! Fuck the Brooklyn Nets! Fuck the fucking Brooklyn Nets! Yeah! This fucking poser super all-star super squad team that was supposedly the favorites to win it all, lost it in 7. But Irving was missing. James Harden had like a bad game. Okay, well, KD was good, right? Hey, he was great. Holy shit, that's an understatement, right? Good is an understatement. KD was amazing. I hate to say that, but yeah, he was. But everybody else on the squad, kaput. And I know people would love to just blame Joe Harris. Like, oh, he sucks. How about you look at the fucking chemistry of the team and the dynamic of the fucking team that you just kept just stirring all this shit and hoping that, oh, we're all going to be okay if everybody comes back healthy next season. You dumb fuckers. That shit was never going to work. And I love it. I love every part of the Nets getting fucking eliminated. You cocksuckers are so arrogant all season long. Oh, this is our championship. We run New York and the country and the NBA. Shut the fuck up. Brooklyn, you're ass. You lost to the Milwaukee Bucks team. That is essentially the Portland Trailblazers of the East. You lost to Mike Budenholzer. Like, you understand how bad of a coach he is? He sucks. He fucking sucks. Yet you lost to these cocksuckers, man. Ooh-wee. But shout out to Giannis. Shout out to Giannis, man. Conference Finals. Here we go, baby. Let's see what you can do. Let's see if you can get to the goddamn NBA Finals, baby. I want to see that shit from you, Giannis. I really do, because who's awaiting for you in the Conference Finals, Giannis, is a very, very, very curious team that I feel a lot of people are hyped up on, and I think they can really make a great Cinderella run here. Go possibly to the NBA Finals. I have no idea, honestly, because the Atlanta Hawks have just thoroughly spanked the Philadelphia 76ers in a 7-game series, and you really can't say much about this Atlanta Hawks team. Then I don't know. They're young. They might fucking lose out in the conference finals, but they got so much juice and momentum going for them. Trae Young has been fantastic. John Collins rolling, all these other cats out there. I don't really know the fucking squad for the Atlanta Hawks, but I know they've been fucking doing well. And the 76ers gets, ever since I came to this country, been living in LA, you get adopted, or you adopt the Lakers as your own. And the one team that I couldn't fucking stand during my time living in LA was the Philadelphia 76ers. Because you fuckers ruined Allen Iverson, and you also ruined our perfect postseason. So there's always that. So it brings me great pleasure to announce the Philadelphia 76ers are also eliminated. Mwah! Beautiful. Beautiful. Makes me so fucking happy because everyone kept telling me the process. It's working. It's working. Almost a decade in, the process was an absolute fucking, without a doubt, failure. And I've said this since, I don't know how long. The process has been an unmitigated failure from the beginning. Sam Hinkie and the shitty picks. Please. You think that was actually going to build up to anything? Now you're stuck with Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and a couple of assholes. And a Steph Curry, who, if he's not in a long-term contract, you can bet your ass he's going to get paid somewhere else. Because he is a phenomenal role player to have and to get heated up anytime and every time, man. Like Seth Curry is pretty damn consistent. I know Steph gets all the love, but hey, Seth deserves some goddamn love here too, man. Shit, he's solid. But as for the 76ers, you are anything but solid. Oh my God, Ben Simmons. Take a fucking shot, dude. Take a fucking shot. How are you 0 for fucking whatever in every fourth quarter in this entire series, dude? You are 0% in the fourth quarter in clutch time. Even in that game where you blew a 26-point lead. Like, this is just, it's unreal how bad the 76ers are, and they continue to be bad even from my youth until now. There's just so much parallel, and you deserve nothing, Philadelphia. Absolutely nothing. You've only been good when Dr. J was around. And again, you ruined AI's career, so fuck you, Philadelphia. Fuck you. But I would also like to give a full-hearted fuck you to both the Utah Jazz and the Clippers. Fuck the Clippers for making it to the first Western Conference Final, and fuck the Utah Jazz for ruining Donovan Mitchell yet again. Why do you do this to Donovan? Why do you do this to your franchise player? Why do you still keep Rudy Gobert around? He's the biggest bitch ever! DPOY, that doesn't mean shit. That don't mean shit. Rudy sucks. If you got any balls, YOLO, right? You only lose out. I know. I don't know why the fuck I said YOLO there. Like an asshole. But when you speak of assholes, I mean, the Utah Jazz, it is just a fucking, like a concaved in asshole. Because you just fucking kill yourselves every time. Every time. Last year, you blew a 3-1 series lead. This year, you just got embarrassed. You got owned by the Clippers, who own nothing. The Clippers literally own nothing. They are homeless motherfuckers. Steve Ballmer probably owns a mountain of cocaine, but that's about it. That's about it. You Clippers are... You're the Clippers, bitch, Utah. You're the Clippers, bitch. The first seed. Are you the 76ers of the West now? Like, what the fuck, man? I can't fucking stand the Utah Jazz. You deserve nothing. And you know what, Clippers? You deserve nothing too. I'll have the Phoenix Suns cream pie the fucking shit out of you in 4 games. Cocksuckers. And it'll be like you never appeared in the Western Conference Final. You never should have appeared in the Western Conference Finals if the Utah Jazz actually gave a shit. But kids, that's enough about giving a shit about the sports ball realm, because there's always going to be more sports ball, right? I mean, the conference finals are going to be a blast. You got the Atlanta Hawks, Milwaukee Bucks. I hope the Milwaukee Bucks win it in 6 or 5, but my feeling is the Atlanta Hawks might win it in 7. I have no fucking idea with this team anymore. And the Phoenix Suns, please sweep the Clippers. Sweep the Clippers in the Western Conference Final. Please. That would be fucking amazing. So, with those prayers to Basketball Jones and the sports ball gods, I leave you there, boys and girls. Till tomorrow, fuck off.